I'm not commentating. I mean, you're more than welcome to join in. But
Okay.
anyway, so thanks to those of you who are watching. First and foremost, let me explain what is going on as I take the overlay out of the way. This is not round one. This is just, we're waiting for the tournament to start, so I figured I might as well put two guys playing Magic in front of the camera rather than the playmats. So what has happened tonight is that our usual store manager, the beloved JB Roberts, it is his first wedding anniversary this weekend. So he and his wife have gone out of town to celebrate that. So we wish them congratulations, obviously. But the side effect of that is that the other shop employee is not, she's not familiar with how to run the DCI tournament reporter. So what's supposed to be happening is that a replacement employee from our Beckley store is supposed to be coming here, but unfortunately he is at least 17 minutes late. He probably should have been here much earlier than that. So what you're watching right now is unsanctioned for funsies match between Joe Lewis on the left playing, I believe, some kind of Frights deck. Or is he playing green-white? I don't know what he's playing. I didn't really bother to ask him. And he's playing against Adam Vickers, the local legend, on the right, playing Bant something or something
Yeah,
like that.
Bant. That's his thing, right?
Mm-hmm. So that's what we've got for you. We'll start the actual, honest-to-goodness broadcast whenever this tournament actually starts. My name, for the record, is Zachary Evans. I'm joined here temporarily by Sam Hanna.
Good evening.
And like I said, this is what's happening, and we will wait. We will wait until something.
There's gonna be something and something else.
Yeah, there's just for reference, for anyone who is just tuning in, if this is the first time you're watching the stream, first of all, I appreciate you checking us out. Second of all, I apologize because obviously we're running a lot late here. And I wish that wasn't the case, but unfortunately it is. So if you just bear with us, there should be 5 rounds tonight. There's a lot of people out there. I didn't do a count, but I'd say we're in the high 20s. So should have a good tournament. A lot of the regulars are here. A couple people who don't usually come are here. Should be some good decks. There's at least one Epic Experiment deck in the field.
Ooh.
Played by our stream regular Scotty Wright. So it'll be fun to see a former multiple FNM winner playing the quote unquote fun deck.
Ooh.
You know, then we've got our typical fare of Wrights, Bant, green-white beat down, a couple Rakdos decks out there, green-white humans, so should make for some interesting Magic.
Zach, I would just like to take this moment to point out the fact that Joe has some wolf tokens.
He does have Wolf Token. Are you referring to my previous, I guess we could call it a meme, where I used to flash the Wolf Token?
I am, in fact.
Well, unfortunately, I have, unfortunately in a sense, but I have removed that from our podcast. What Sam is referring to is an inside joke we used to have, where anytime a wolf token was created, which I like to refer to as a wolf token, I would flash that on the screen. But as you can imagine, there's a lot of moving parts here, and that was just one more thing I had to keep track of, so I eliminated that. We are trying tonight a new system for eliminating glare, and I'm seeing that it is not working at all. So while we are waiting here, or before the actual tournament starts, I will go out and sort that out. So there's just a comment in the chat. I will mention this. I hope it doesn't mind, but this is a very fun story. You can appreciate this, Sam. I don't think I've told you about it. So,
okay.
A few weeks ago, we were having our normal FNM stream, and I apologize for not commentating this match, but I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, I don't care. I've got like 7 rounds ahead of me of commentary, so I'm gonna save my sanity.
Indeed.
But so a few weeks ago, we were in chat on the stream, and we were playing with, at the time, what the playmat that was in the feature match area was a Stoneforge Mystic playmat. And individual in the chat asked, where he could get one, and I said, well, I'm not sure, but just send me a message on YouTube or Twitter or something, and we'll get a hold of it. And he tracked me down, and we we sorted that out, and I basically talked to JB, and JB said all the playmats in the store are for sale for a reasonable price, and so I relayed that information to that particular individual, and they said that would work. And so yesterday I I put that in a tube and put it in the mail and sent it to the Netherlands.
Oh, wow.
Which I think is pretty
that?
interesting the way. I mean, that's just a good. I mean, this does not surprise everyone that we live in a global society and the internet is all-reaching and all-knowing. But I do think it's pretty remarkable.
That is pretty remarkable.
And as he mentioned, in our correspondence, you just make a little chat in our little message in a chat on watching a video stream, and it turns into tracking down a playmat that you haven't been able to find. So we believe the gentleman's name was Pim. So we appreciate you watching. First of all, I'm glad that we could help you out with that. It is in the mail. I don't know how long it takes a cardboard tube to travel to the Netherlands. Should be a week or so. Probably not more than 2 weeks. But then, again, for those of you just joining us, we are currently watching some time wasting. The official tournament has not started because we are waiting for a replacement employee from our manager who's out of town to come and run the official tournament. So we are simply watching. Well, I hope you're watching because I sure as heck am not watching. Joe Lewis playing, I think it appears now to be green-white mid-range, which is a deck he's been playing recently in the past. Joe is basically either going to play this or Reanimator deck. So the first couple turns, I never know which it is because they all play the same cards, kind of.
Indeed.
And then Adam Vickers is playing Bant is the colors. I don't know if it's last week he played like a Bant mid-range or control deck. I think he's playing the same thing this week too. But yeah. So we I think Vickers is playing like basically a Turbo Fog. Oh, he borrowed this deck from Cliff Markham. This is like a Turbo Fog deck.
Yeah.
I think it's a mill you out kind of deck. So you at least get to see some fun. You get to see the crazy antics of Adam Vickers there. He's living the dream. He's having a good time. So I hope you all are too.
The man with the legend.
Mm-hmm. So getting some good comments in the chat. One thing I would mention, I think a lot of you probably figured this out if you tried in the past. At various points in the evening, we'll talk about the different ways that you can get in touch with us. You can go to our website, Facebook page, and all that jazz. I guarantee you, if you have some kind of feedback, or if there's a question you want answered, or if you want to track down somebody's deck list, or any way interact with us, I guarantee you I will follow up on that. I am nothing if not thorough in my responses. So
Indeed.
So if you want to, if you by chance live in a foreign country and you are interested in Iona playmat, then maybe I can send it to you. But,
Iona or Ammunition Angel.
Is that what that is?
Ammunition
Is that from
Angel.
Zendikar?
It is. It's the Landfall Oblivion Ring.
Yeah, I just knew it was the Landfall Angel. I can't remember. I always get that one mixed up with. Is it Indomitable Archangel? Is that the one from Scars block that makes all of your
stuff on?
if you have Metalcraft, they all like
artifacts,
Shroud.
Yeah.
So. To pass the time with. I believe we may have dropped the stream there briefly, and if that's the case, I apologize for that. But the internet connection here is always a little bit suspect, as we are not hardwired in. We are. I've been told by management that at some point we will get a hardwired connection.
Ooh.
But in the immortal words of everyone I've ever known, I will believe it when I see it, because it does require running a fair amount of cabling through the drop ceiling of this building. But so anyway, again, just to explain anyone who's joined with us as we've just come back from the break from a signal drop there. Thanks for watching. Unfortunately, the actual tournament has yet to start, so you're just getting some sweet bonus Adam Vickers action. That's the way I look at this.
And let's be honest, who does not want?
You might be asking yourself, who's Adam Vickers? Why, my friends, this young man is Adam Vickers, local legend, end stream regular. and featured in our away screen, which I don't use that much anymore because I have found that if you use the away screen, people will turn off the stream because they don't want to watch anything like that. They want to watch actual Magic.
Well,
So
that makes perfect sense.
it does make perfect sense. I, as a consumer of Magic content myself, I don't like a lot of dead time either. But unfortunately, there are many points in a tournament of Magic where there are going to be some dead time.
Of course.
Last week we were very unfortunate in that all of our feature matches ended relatively early. We had a lot of very quick rounds, so we had a lot of dead time to kill. But fortunately, I had both Joseph Messer and Ian Nolte with me. If you're interested in seeing that, we had I think some fairly fun commentary. There's pictures and a recap on our Facebook page. I've started doing that now. At everything we talk about on the stream every week, I keep notes, and then after the fact on the Facebook page, I do a brief recap. So if I mention a certain product or a website or something like that, I'll have links and information on that. So.
Well, that's just awesome.
People are wondering if they can get a live close-up of Adam's face. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if you're prepared to see that. It might. His star shines so bright that it might just blind you.
Yeah, indeed.
So, for the greater good, I'm going to avoid that.
He is no stranger to love.
But I tell you what, guys, I'm going to take a quick break here. I'm going to run out there and see where we stand. As far as when the tournament starts. So we'll mute the audio. We'll leave the game up. So enjoy this free of charge bonus round of Magic the Gathering, round 0 of tonight's FNM from Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. So we'll be right back. All right, guys. So here is the situation. Obviously, we're here at Friday Night Magic at Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. It is going on 7:05. So most of you are asking, why are we not watching an actual round of Magic? Why does it say something versus something else? Why haven't I been commentating for the last 5 minutes? Well, that's because our normal shout manager is out of town, and the replacement tournament organizers have just arrived, or they arrived about 10 minutes ago. So they are very, I would say, dangerously close to having the pairings and everything ready to go for us. But as of right now, we are still waiting. So I will continue to babble on to you as best I can. My apologies for the delay. But there is probably more people here in the building tonight than we have ever had since we've been doing the stream. We could have over the 35 that we had last week. I have not done a count, but we will figure this out shortly. So I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you tuning in. We will get to the rounds that count shortly. While we are waiting, and while apparently Adam and Joe have decided to take a quick break, I will do a little bit of advertising, and I apologize, but it has to be done. First and foremost, we always want to thank Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia, for letting us steal their FNM and broadcast it on the internet. Lost Legion has 4 locations in the greater West Virginia area: South Charleston, Beckley, Princeton, and the new store in Parkersburg. We stream live Friday Night Magic action every week at 6:30 p.m. Eastern in the U.S. Twitch.tv/ZachSellsMagic is the site for the stream if you're watching after the fact. So definitely try to check it out if you can. Also, how can you get in touch with us? You can get in touch with us in any forms of our social media. Hey, Joe. As we're now joined by Round Zero competitor, Joseph Lewis. Do you have a deck list?
That's my deck list.
Excellent. Well, then that's a good way of guaranteeing that you get on the stream, as Joe has provided a deck list. You are playing green-white Midrange, is that correct?
That is correct.
So you won last week, didn't you?
Yes, me and Todd got it.
Okay, so we'll definitely see you in action, I'm sure. Just telling the fine folks of the internet that while we wait for the original round pairings, that they should get in touch with us. That's what they should do. They should get in touch. First of all, step 1, you go to YouTube, youtube.com/ZachSellsMagic. You subscribe to us. You get a notification anytime we post new stuff, which is every week. A minimum of 6 rounds of coverage usually. Everything we have ever recorded, be it a cube draft, Return to Ravnica launch party, West Virginia State Magic Championships.
Content flowing out of your ears there.
Star City Games Invitational Qualifier from CharCon Convention a couple weeks ago. Lots of stuff up there to watch. I think we're over 100 videos, all with commentary, so check those out on YouTube. You can contact me on Twitter at ZachSellsMagic. I make posts every round, so you know what the matchup is if you're not available, or you're not interested in watching every round. You can at least see what the matchup is. So follow us on there. Also, I do giveaways on Twitter, so if you like free stuff, you should definitely go on there. Most importantly, we've been doing a lot of work through our Facebook page. We don't have an actual page for the stream. We do all of our correspondence through Facebook. So if you go to facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic, you can like the page, friend us. I put up content every day on there. Links to interesting stuff, discussions, deck lists, anything. A lot of pictures, a lot of cool stuff. So I make sure to put something up every day. So check that out. More importantly, as of this morning, if you go to ZachSellsMagic.com, we'll also forward you to our Facebook page. So if you just want to go to ZachSellsMagic, I've owned that domain for many years, but I've recently decided I'm not going to make a whole web page. I'm just going to forward it to Facebook. So Facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic or ZachSellsMagic.com will send you there. And finally, I know most of you watching live right now or on Twitch, you are aware of that. But for anyone watching on YouTube, which more than likely will not be anyone because this will not make it to YouTube, this in between, now that I think about it. But obviously check us out, twitch.tv/ZachSellsMagic.
It may make it into maybe the outtakes. Mm-hmm. At some point we'll should have an outtakes YouTube.
Yeah, I've accumulated a lot of those. But for those of you who are watching right now, and there's 58 of you, I can see you right there on my screen. If you can do us a big favor, for anyone who is not currently following our channel, right at the top of your video, right on top of the video there should be a button that says follow. If you could click that button, it would make a world of difference for us. Not only does it help our numbers, but they will send you an email notification anytime our stream goes live. So if we do something crazy during the middle of the week that's unplanned, for example, our Wednesday night legacy tournaments, which we had, we'll talk about that later, we had 18 people this week for the second ever legacy event we ever had.
I was very surprised by that turnout.
I was. You're telling me. I was surprised. I mean, I knew who I thought was coming as I was organizing it, and we had about everyone that could have came, and even people that I had no idea were coming came. So it was a lot of fun. If it takes off and we start getting some, right now people are still trying to learn the format. We've got a lot of kind of kitchen table decks and stuff like that. But if play steps up and I decide I don't want to play, that's the main problem is I really want to play in that event. We'll start streaming that. But the only way you can know about that is if you follow us on our various forms of social media. So if you're signed up for Twitch, definitely click that follow button. Might as well switch back to the studio cam. Joe, I do not have your name labeled.
I'm okay with that.
I am Zachary Evans. This is Joe Lewis. Like I said, we are waiting patiently for the first round of pairings for this Friday Night Magic. I can tell you right now it's going to be a late one.
Yeah, they were, when I came in here, I mostly give you a little bit of an update here. They were working on names as we speak. They were compiling names. They're not as familiar with the DCI numbers around here.
Yeah, these guys are coming from a different store.
Our shop local, the great J.B. Roberts is on vacation.
Yeah, they're probably tired of me mentioning that, but long story short, we have some difficulties this week. But in about 10 minutes, I imagine, but no, less than that, maybe 5 minutes, everything's going to get kicked off, and then it's just going to be business as usual. 5 rounds of FNM action with a cut to top 8. Feature match as best you can with commentary. Unfortunately, most of my it's a good and a bad thing about the format right now. The good thing is that everyone is excited to be playing. Return to Ravnica is a big hit. Everybody likes the decks. There's a lot of different archetypes that are viable. The bad thing is that means everyone's playing, and so no one wants to commentate with me. So currently tonight, unless someone shows up late or unless someone drops, someone has already told me that if they O2, they're going to drop and come in here.
But it could be Vickers. He is playing Turbo Fall.
Yeah. So as of right now, it will just be me and empty chair, which is currently occupied by Joe Lewis. Or I might bring the cardboard cutout of Iron Man in here. Might commentate with Iron Man. Yeah. So we'll just wait and see how that goes. So again, I appreciate there are 57 of you watching a round that didn't count and now watching me and Joe talk about things, so I definitely appreciate that. I have a good feeling about tonight. There's a lot of people in the room, a lot of different decks. I think it's going to be some good magic. I have a lot of good feeling about the stream. If there's 60 people watching us now and it's only 7 o'clock, we could potentially get over our maximum historical best of 140 viewers. So feel free to spread that information around. Like I said, not only we will reward you for following us and interacting with us on social media. We do have some giveaways and stuff. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But I'll tell you what, Joe, I think we're going to take a break now. We're going to step outside, see what is going on out there. Hopefully, I'm going to hold my breath and grit my teeth, but I think we might be close to some actual FNM action. So again, I appreciate your patience. Thanks for sticking around. We'll take a quick break here and we'll be back shortly, hopefully, with round 1 of the tournament.